last time on Tekken Talk.
Yeah, this is going to be available day and date when the game comes out for PS3 or PS4 and Xbox One. But of course, this PS4 stick also compatible with PS3.
I'm going to ask, can I press customize slot, and is that okay to show off?
Do it.
Yeah.
All right.
I had it prepped just for you.
All right.
I don't know if they saw the thumbnail, but they'll see soon.
I like Valley Total
So maybe
Fitness,
do you want to show them also the controller settings now that we're here? Should we show them that?
Okay, we'll go back to the character select screen.
Is it in the game too?
But
yeah.
We want to show it at the character select screen. I think that's where it'll have the biggest impact, especially for people that are familiar with streams and how tournaments flow. It is a godsend.
So that's if you want to actually button check without having to go into the match.
Without wasting everyone's life.
Yeah, yeah. But I know commentators are really happy about that because it cuts the timeout where you have to talk over the button check.
So I'm
or you get really excited and then completely not excited because it's not actually
why did they quit? Oh, it's the button check.
Yeah.
So we're using some custom outfits that we've picked prior to the broadcast, but you guys can see this classic Tekken 4 Jin, and this isn't like the Tekken 5 Jin with the Tekken 4 hoodie. This is classic Tekken 4 Jin proper. And I'm using the Bullet Club shirt on Eliza.
So why don't you kind of talk us through Eliza, kind of her style, her moveset, her EX meter, kind of how she works.
Sure, so you guys probably noticed already that she has that blood gauge at the bottom of the screen. Now, just like Akuma, who also has a super meter gauge, she is able to do attacks and kind of build up some meter. But another way to build up meter with her is to actually do attacks that cause her to fall asleep. And it's weird, she's a narcoleptic vampire. She just randomly falls asleep sometimes. So based on certain attacks, like if you duck for a while, she'll go right into sleep stance and she'll start building meter.
So can I like whack her, or you can move, right?
She is vulnerable.
Okay.
She's vulnerable, but can you break out of the sleep anytime you want? It's not. Is there a cooldown at all to get out of the sleep or anything? Or
there is slight cooldown, so she is vulnerable for a while. But if I wanted to block, I could. So I could just get up.
Gotcha.
But there are other moves, like let's say if I wanted to hit with this, hold forward. That forces me to go to sleep, and that's only on hit. So there's certain moves in the game that causes me to go to sleep, and of course just builds the meter.
That move, because it puts you into sleep after the attack, also builds the meter.
Correct. Now let me show you what she can do with the meter. So one of the things is obviously when she has full meter, she'll have access to a super move.
Yeah.
But aside from that, she has access to some cancels. So similar to Akuma's focus dash cancel, she can cancel her fireballs into what looks like an EX cancel.
Wow, okay.
And she's able to cancel the fireball to either extend her combos or force a 50-50 mix-up.
Okay.
Was the bite giving her meter too, or is it just raw damage? Okay.
So the bite will also give her meter. So any of her attacks that actually have a bite, similar to like, let's say the one throw that she has, she'll take a bite out of Jin, but she'll also gain some extra meter out of it. So there's a lot of ways for her to get meter, and she becomes way more dangerous with that meter. But let's try to get some matches in. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll let Mark unleash his Eliza power.
Nice block. Oh, right into the punish. Were you studying the frame data, Max?
Absolutely. It's completely prepared.
They're running out of time. Oh. See, that was me talking too much. That's why we had a.
Yeah, but I want to give the fans at home a little overview of Eliza, because I know she's, kind of a character that we've only seen in trailers up to this point. As we said, she's the pre-order DLC character, so pre-order would get a chance to play her day one. She's a super interesting character. Only other character other than Akuma that has an EX meter, and some really interesting mechanics.
She goes from like a low to an uppercut. That's actually kind of awesome.
Yeah, she could cancel a lot of her moves just like how Akuma has them. So it's actually pretty cool.
So that burns your meter, but that's not your Rage Art. So
no.
She has a Rage Art and a super.
Correct. And I'm probably going to land it right here. Never mind. I'm definitely going to open up Netscape or America Online and email somebody right now, because that should have definitely absorbed that. What was that?
There's a one frame after the invincibility, maybe. I don't know. I've been playing for 30 minutes.
You're doing pretty good, but man, what happened there? I was supposed to have landed that, of course. Anyways, you making use of some of her attacks. She has this fireball here. Let's see if we can get creative with it. All right, Max.
So just gonna go back at as they were talking about, you saw those presets. So in the character customization mode that we'll show a little bit later in the stream, you can set presets, and then when you're going into your versus mode, your online matches, you can choose that costume. So you kind of have the option of picking some custom costumes, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, so leads right into a tick throw setup.
Yeah, she has a lot of setups for it. She's at definitely an advantage. Kind of similar to the same kind of situation that Kuma will go in when he does the FADC fireball cancel, where she can combo afterwards if it hits, or she can have a mix.
Why don't we go back to the character selection and show the control options in the
Sure.
And also, why don't we put on her classic costume just so the fans at home can see her classic costume.
I don't have her classic costume equipped. I didn't make a profile for it. So
you can default, can't you? Just
her default costume.
Yeah, her default costume.
So you tried out some Akuma earlier, right?
A little bit.
So here you're showing
we'll have Max show it out. So just so you guys know, like there's ways to do like controller settings, but
can you go back to the
if you bring it up,
yeah.
this is just like the games that you know and love, where you can just dial the buttons in. You don't have to toggle it left and right.
Yeah.
You press the button you want. So if you want left throw, just hit the button you want it to be designated.
And
to.
Rage Art is actually on R1
by default,
which is pretty nice, especially when Akuma comes to multiple button presses, so I like it.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good. And another thing that's new is under character movements, you see there's a D-pad and a left analog stick. You can actually just change it to D-pad only, because like sometimes people accidentally hit the analog stick. But I think the best part is you can check your button input, and this is essentially going to eliminate button checks before the matches. So if you go to check button input and just hit the X button, it'll show the virtual controls there, and you can actually test all your buttons prior to getting into the match.
Which obviously is great for tournaments when people are switching out sticks, switching out their custom pads.
Not just great for tournaments, but people can check if their controllers are working.
Yeah.